If you believe a police officer can do no wrong and that whatever they do is justified by the outcome, take a real close look at this man, Sheldon Thomas, and see if I can't change your mind. May the 9th, a New York district attorney released Mr. Thomas after he served nearly 20 years in prison because of a dirty police officer. Mr. Thomas, a juvenile at the time, was found guilty for the murder of another juvenile. The guilty verdict was rendered by a jury in large part due to the despicable misconduct of the lead investigator. The shooting took place on Christmas Eve and involved 3 suspects. Investigators were quick to find 2 of the suspects, but needed one more. One of the lead investigators targeted Thomas because he had a gut feeling that Mr. Thomas was the one responsible. True enough, Mr. Thomas may not have been a saint. Many news outlets report that Mr. Thomas may have even been involved in gang activity. But it's also true that detective had prior knowledge of Mr. Thomas and may have even had a beef with him. After targeting Thomas, that detective threw together a photo lineup and showed it to 2 of the witnesses that happened to be there at the night of the incident. The detective found another picture of another individual who just happened to be named Sheldon Thomas. That detective went on to tell his superiors that he had found the other suspect. In short order, the police department kicked down his door, apprehended him, and charged him with murder. That detective went on to tell the jury that Mr. Thomas was the same Mr. Thomas that was pointed out by the witnesses during that rigged photo lineup. Gang member or not, we should all enjoy each and every right afforded to us under the United States Constitution. That dirty officer did a whole lot to violate this young man's constitutional rights. He cost Mr. Thomas nearly 20 years of his life. But among Mr. Thomas's friends and family and the community in which he lived, that detective further eroded our system of justice. To his credit, Mr. Thomas says he feels no animosity and has forgiven everyone that was involved in his incarceration. I can't be that forgiving. I hope Mr. Thomas gets an attorney and sues the ass off of that detective and the entire department for allowing this miscarriage of justice. If you found this information helpful, give me a follow. If you're going through a legal issue and would like me to provide you with an evaluation and some direction on developing a plan to help you solve that problem, leave me a comment and I'll tell you how we can work that out.